Catching sight of a third fighter, Ajax, the old king, asked her next, "Who's that other Achaean, so powerful, so well built? He towers over the Argives, his head, his massive shoulders." And Helen, in all her radiance, her long robes, replied, "Why, that's the giant Ajax, bulwark of the Achaeans. And Idomeneus over there, standing with his Cretans, like a god, you see, and the Cretan captains form a ring around him. How often Menelaus, my good soldier, would host him in our halls, in the old days, when he'd sail across from Crete. And now I see them all, the fiery-eyed Achaeans. I know them all by heart, and I could tell their names. But two I cannot find, and they're captains of the armies, Castor, breaker of horses, and the hardy boxer Polydeuces, my blood brothers. Mother bore them both. Perhaps they never crossed over from Lacedaemon's lovely hills, or come they did, sailing here in the deep sea ships, but now they refuse to join the men in battle, dreading the scorn, the curses hurled at me." So she wavered, but the earth already held them fast, long dead in the life-giving earth of Lacedaemon, the dear land of their fathers. Now through Troy the heralds brought the offerings for the gods, sacred victims to bind and seal the oaths, 2 lambs and the wine that warms the heart, the yield of the vine, filling a goatskin sack. And the herald Idaeus carried a gleaming bowl and golden wine cups. Reaching the old king's side, the crier roused him sharply. "Son of Laomedon, rise up. They are calling for you now, commanders of both armies, stallion-breaking Trojans and Argives armed in bronze. Come down to the plain so you can seal our oaths. Now Paris and Menelaus, Atrides loved by Ares, will fight it out with their rugged spears for Helen, and Helen and all her treasures go to the man who wins. The rest will seal in blood their binding pacts of friendship. Our people will live in peace on the rich soil of Troy. Our enemies sail home to the stallion land of Argos, the land of Achaea where the women are a wonder." A shudder went shooting through the old man, but he told his men to yoke the team at once. They promptly obeyed, and Priam climbed aboard, pulling the reins back taut. Antenor flanked him, mounting the gleaming car, and both men drove the team through the Scaean gates, heading toward the plain. Reaching the front, they climbed down from the chariot onto the earth that feeds us all, and into the space between Achaean and Trojan lines they marched. Lord Agamemnon rose at once to greet them both, with the great tactician Odysseus by his side. The noble heralds brought on the victims marked for the gods to seal and bind the oaths. They mixed the contenders' wine in a large bowl, and rinsed the warlords' waiting hands with water. Atreus' son drew forth the dagger always slung at his battle sword's big sheath, cut some tufts from the lambs' heads, and heralds passed them round to Achaean and Trojan captains. Then Atreus' son Agamemnon stood in behalf of all, lifted his arms, and prayed in his deep resounding voice. "Father Zeus, ruling over us all from Ida, God of greatness, God of glory, Helios, sun above us, you who see all, hear all things, rivers and earth, and you beneath the ground who punish the dead, whoever broke his oath, be witness here, protect our binding pacts. If Paris brings Menelaus down in blood, he keeps Helen himself and all her wealth, and we sail home in our racing deep-sea ships. But if red-haired Menelaus brings down Paris, the Trojans surrender Helen and all her treasures, and they pay us reparations fair and fitting, a price to inspire generations still to come. But if Priam and Priam's sons refuse to pay, refuse me, Agamemnon, with Paris beaten down, then I myself will fight it out for the ransom. I'll battle here to the end of our long war.